Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and on today's show, I'll talk to Justin Chandler about the City of San Bernardino's popular aquatics programs and facilities. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. Well, it's always a pleasure to welcome someone from the San Bernardino Parks and Recreation Department. Today, I'm joined for the first time by Justin Chandler. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I understand that you have a unique role and you oversee a pretty unique program within the city. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I am the Recreation Program Coordinator for the City of San Bernardino for the Aquatics Division. Pretty much what I do on a day-to-day basis is just supervise all of our lifeguards, create new programs for the youth or for the community. And yeah.
So give me a sense of what the aquatics program encompasses. You've got pools, you've got classes, you've got lifeguard, both training opportunities, job opportunities.
Yeah, so pretty much right now we are gearing up. Actually, this is going to be our last class for the summer of hiring. We're going to be doing that this weekend, actually. And we won't be hiring again until the end of August. Right now, we are operating 2 of our pools, which one will be Jerry Lewis, and then we have one right now, our CID pool. When the summer comes, we do open up our Delman and Hernandez pool. So we do oversee 4 for the summer total, and then 2 off season.
And these are places where you can not only learn to swim, you can also swim recreationally. And then talk to me a little bit about the Jerry Lewis Family Swim Center, some of the amenities and some of the things people can take advantage of.
Yeah, so for Jerry Lewis, we have the big water slide that is kind of our, what draws people in. They see the huge blue slide out there. We do have a rainforest where we have a whole bunch of like spray little water park thing.
Also, it's the umbrella.
Exactly, where a whole bunch of water just pours out. We have our pool, it's 6 feet deep in the deep end. So it's not too deep, but it's great for the family to go and enjoy. We do have an ADA ramp, so handicap accessible people can get entrance into the pool through our ramp. So it's just really cool that we offer some neat lessons, programs, recreation swims, and just everything to the community. You know what I mean?
In terms of the diversity of facilities and amenities, would you say that it's something for all ages, all ability levels?
I would say so, because we offer low intensity programs for elders that like to work out in water. We offer swim lessons starting at 6 months years old. And then we also have junior lifeguard programs for kids ages, I think it's 10 to 14, but anything also that we have is our splash ball, where we offer from like 5 to 15.
Yeah. As someone who, and I'm getting ahead of myself here, I know you worked as a lifeguard, and it came up, as I know a lot of folks do. Why is it so important to learn how to swim at, like you said, even as young as 6 months?
I think the most importance of it is just being comfortable around water. The big thing about water is everyone thinks it's always so fun, which granted, it is very fun, but there's a lot of dangers that could come with not learning how to swim, or just not having access to a pool, but just liking the idea of swimming. So a lot of kids that don't have access to pools like the idea that they see on movies or TV, and they want to go and swim, but once they get in that water or they get access to that water, they don't know how to swim.
We're not swimming somewhere where there's supervision.
Exactly, and that's where the danger really sets in. So the importance of swimming and learning how to swim is just really connected with your community, or even just parents, going to the Red Cross page and really understanding like this is how you could teach something, because they can obtain certs through the Red Cross as well on teaching a class to their kids, or just simple CPR, AED, lifeguard, any little certs that you can get just to really push the envelope of safe swimming.
I learned how to swim so long ago, I don't really even remember it. I don't really,
I
don't remember taking lessons. So how do you talk to a child who is perhaps anxious about being around water and learning to swim, and maybe seeing all the bigger kids and, that's not for me?
It's definitely really just trying to get down onto the level with them on what they're comfortable with. A lot of kids that don't know how to swim, they kind of set themselves off to the side, or they'll just play in the rainforest area, what we have at Jerry Lewis, because they are unaware of how to swim. So that's where we do have lifeguards out there all the time on rotation, where the kids can feel comfortable enough to go up and talk to them and kind of just get an idea on, hey, I'm not really comfortable. Can you offer me like a swim test or anything like that, to just kind of watch me and see how I do?
Well, I one thing I could imagine is, learning to swim in a supervised, structured program like yours is a lot different from your dad teaching you how to swim, where maybe you won't have the same amount of patience.
Yeah.
What are like typical costs for some of your programs and events?
So for our Delman and Hernandez pools during the summer, our swim lessons cost $5 throughout all the community. But Jerry Lewis is a bit more pricey. We have WSI instructors teaching those classes. So those ones probably range between the $45 range, but it's a 2-week session and they're there 4 days out of the week.
Would you say it's very competitive compared to like private facilities that teach, similar lessons?
I would say so, yeah.
We will have much more about San Bernardino's fantastic aquatics program with Justin Chandler right after these messages.
The City of San Bernardino has implemented a new low-cost sidewalk vending program in hopes of expanding opportunity for community members to start sidewalk vending safely and lawfully. We want everyone to have access to the economic benefits that sidewalk vending brings, but we want to make sure that our sidewalk vendors know the do's and don'ts when it comes to our city. We must make sure that vendors are keeping our residents safe by following general health and safety standards and by following all city rules. Like, did you know to legally sidewalk vend in the City of San Bernardino, you'll need a seller's permit? What about the $1 million general liability insurance that you are required to have? Don't let this scare you. When all is said and done, the cost of the annual permit will either be $64 or $154. We want to help in every way we can when it comes to vendors lawfully running and growing their small businesses. But those who operate without the proper permits can and will be cited. Citations can run anywhere from 100 to a misdemeanor, and repeated violations can result in the confiscation of items needed to sidewalk vend. We do not want this to be you. So, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the new sidewalk vending program, please call us at 909-384-5035, where staff will help you navigate your way to becoming a safe and permitted vendor in our city.
If you'd like to be a guest on Inland Empire Alive, email us at guest@iealive.com. Well, we're talking about how you can make a splash in the City of San Bernardino's aquatics program with Justin Chandler, the coordinator that oversees the program. What are some of the highlights for the upcoming summer season? What are some things that people might look forward to?
For our upcoming thing right now, we have our Water Safety Day that we're gearing up to kick off on Saturday, June 7th from 12 to 2 p.m. We have a whole bunch of vendors coming out to just kind of raise awareness for safe swimming. We also have food vendors. It's really our summer kickoff into summer. So
I know that typically May is Water Safety Month. What are some examples of things that are reinforced or lessons that are imparted during that month?
Right now, we are gearing up for our social media campaign where we are going to be posting every day for water safety, whether that's just swimming tips, how to stay safe, make sure parents are actively watching their children who they come to the pool with and keeping them within arm's reach. We do emphasize that rule a lot, the arms
Fencing around
the fencing, the drains, all of that.
not leaving anybody unsupervised for even seconds. Can you talk a little bit about your career path? As we mentioned a little bit earlier, you yourself work as a lifeguard.
I did.
What drew you to this type of work originally? It's kind of the classic American summer job.
It is. So what typically drew me to this position where I'm at right now, I started when I was 15 years old becoming a lifeguard at a smaller town. I'm from the high desert, so it's called Silver Lakes, and it's more like a retirement community. So I worked for an association there, lifeguarding at a private pool. And then I furthered that to go to the city of Barstow, where I was a lifeguard as well. During my tenure with the city of Barstow, I became a pool manager, overseeing their pool. I became an admin assistant for the city of Barstow, and then a recreation coordinator program for the city of Barstow as well. And then I was doing that for a while, and I was happy there, but I wanted to expand my skills. And that's where I see in the city of San Bernardino was hiring for a program coordinator for aquatics. And I really wanted to expand my skills, so I applied, and here I am now.
So, I mean, is it fair to say that lifeguarding is a path to, management opportunities? It isn't just that throwaway summer job, for sort of pocket change. It does lead to, leadership skills, budgeting, supervising people, working with a staff, interfacing with different city departments.
Absolutely. When I first got into lifeguarding, I thought it was just going to be for a summer job, but I ended up really just falling in love with the community engagement, the helping children. It really opens so many doors for recreation, and there's so much to move out throughout recreation, whether that's you want to be a recreation supervisor, manager, or you want to go into budget. There's just so many doors that could be opened through recreation.
Certainly, there is typically a need for volunteers. How can people get involved if they want to be more involved in their city recreation programs?
What you can do is really just stay updated on all of our social media platforms. Also, we have a City of San Bernardino webpage for recreation. So pretty much we are accepting any volunteer applications or anything, we will be posting those all over our social media, all over our city website. And yeah, so just really stay updated because we have a lot of special events coming up, especially for the summer, that if we need the volunteers, we will be posting about it.
So that website, we want to make sure we put that up on the screen. It is sbcity.org/parks. You can go under the services tab to find out more about the aquatics program. There's an events calendar that will tell you everything going on throughout Parks and Recreation, not just aquatics. What has been the most rewarding part of this role so far?
I think the most rewarding thing is just really seeing kids come together and learning the safety and the importance of swimming. Absolutely. And just having fun. And
I know that certainly there's a lot of responsibility that comes with a role like this. But like you say, it must be rewarding that you're imparting skills that these people will have for a lifetime. I mean, do people forget how to swim, or is it typically something that just instant kicks it in? Or,
yeah.
I would imagine after all these years, you are still CPR certified?
I am. Just renewed. Yeah.
Well, again, I want to leave you with the address. It is sbcity.org/parks. My guest has been Justin Chandler, coordinator of the aquatics program for San Bernardino Parks and Recreation. Thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Visit iealive.com.